Mahama calls private sector to drive growth. You can find a story on page 2 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. And 6 arrested over murder of 45-year-old man at Jira Apemsie. The story is on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. And clear structures blocking waterways, Minister orders MMDAs. That's the Minister for Miss Linda Oklu. The story is on page 2 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. The Daily Graphic is also saying floods hits again, many residents displaced, houses, properties submerged. A nation will no longer seek IMF bailout. Finance Minister Kasalato Forsen said that. So he presented a statement on the floor of Parliament yesterday during sitting. And rubber processor applaud government raw rubber exports ban. And the story is on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. The National Voice newspaper is also saying Ghanaians first. Paul Chum Berima commends foreign ministers rapid South Africa's evacuation. The story is on page. It's also in there as well. And prosecution thrown out over unsigned witness statements in buffer stock exchange. The story is on page 3 and page 10 of the National Voice newspaper this morning. Truth, leadership, and public trust. The Sam George test on accountability in public office. So the Daily Guide is also saying growing public distrust in political leadership, threats in democracy. You can find a story on page 3 of the Daily Guide newspaper this morning. Galamsey Pit swallows 4 people in the Ashanti region. It was in our news bulletin this morning. And Ghanaians others ordered to leave Cambodia. Was also in our news story bulletin this morning. The story is on page 6 of the Daily Guide newspaper this morning. So these and more of these stories, when you purchase them online and when you buy them in traffic as well, you can find interesting stories making headlines this morning. But before Thelma comes in, you go on a short break. We'll be back with more on the headlines with Thelma. Please stay with us. Welcome back to GTV Breakfast. This is the headline segment. I am Thelma Taki. Welcome. And this is where we discuss the big stories making the rounds. And this morning I've been joined by the ladies, and I'll introduce them to you now. Hajia Hamdatu Hussein is a former acting chairperson, speaks for the CPP. Hajia, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Eid
salam.
Mubarak to you. Do you say belated Eid Mubarak?
No, we are in the mood to Saturday, you know. After the Eid, that's the day we went to the mosque, after 3 days.
So it's a 3-day celebration?
Yeah, so even you can slaughter today. You can no.
Show up in your house tomorrow.
Not at all.
See,
you're always welcome.
Let's go to Hajia's house. Even though she always, makes sure that the team is sorted, and she, the chief imam,
you don't worry, don't come. It will come.
Chief imam, all of them, they've adopted GBC and they make sure that we get salaries. So you that you're home that you didn't send me salaries. What did you get? I hope that Allah heard all your prayers, and we want
every chicken and jollof during Christmas deserve some fried meat.
Yes,
that's what the president said.
Yes, because when we are celebrating, we remember that Mary is pregnant. Because you see, this is June. Jesus Christ, the Christmas is December. So we are here for the gifty, and now Gbedevi is
a spokesperson for the NDC, a member of the National Communications team for the party. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Auntie Soma.
Boy is Aleko.
Dabi, she be wawame. We
are here for the Salah rice.
Yes, we enjoy our Salah more than the way we enjoy your Christmas.
But for me, you know one thing. All those years, all the Muslims friends I have, they've never given me meat before.
Hey, then you don't have Muslim friends.
They don't give me anything. So
you don't have Muslim friends.
I took to Facebook and I'm like, the way I'm ready with my catapult this time, eh?
Oh, then you don't have Muslim friends.
After chewing the meat, they'll come back and befriend us again. You see that?
I'm surprised. Shamima is all.
Oh, my boss didn't give me meat.
Oh,
Boss Shamima.
Maybe I shouldn't have said our tea, so that Gifty and you will not have problems.
No. For her, I can't have any issue with her. Maybe I didn't go to her.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe after here, I have to run to the house.
But do you know what?
I said it's 3 days. So.
You know what?
If you
I'm
miss day
even
one,
saying that. I'm even
late.
saying that. Thelma, you know, that day was a holiday. I would rather plead with our ulamans. I think the negotiation for the holiday should have been this one, not the small one. After
for the 2 days.
For the 2 days. It should have been this one. Ask me why. Because you celebrate about 3 days. By the time you slaughter the ram or the cow, it's about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And your friends will be anxious waiting for them. They say, oh, meanwhile, the butcher has not come to fix the meat. So if you are able to finish, the next day you can fry and then distribute to your friends. But the other one, you can slaughter your chickens. 2 days, fry them with your stew and keep it and wait. But this one, the imam must slaughter before you slaughter.
Okay.
You see, unlike the small one, but this one, you cannot do it even before the prayers. You can't do it before the prayers. So I think we should rather reverse it and give the 2 days to this particular one, so that we will be able to enjoy properly. And then friends, me like this, I told you, 7 o'clock, the children will be by my gates. I have to tell them, you go, I'm going to pray and come. And they are there. And it's like they are disappointed. Because before they will come and fix the meat for you, they go to other places. You understand? By the time they came to my house that day, it was about 3 o'clock, after 3 o'clock. So when are they going to fix the meat? And then the children came, they had to fry chicken fast, and give to those around. So I think we should look at that. I think we should look at that.
It's in the right direction. I'm sure the Interior Minister will have to get this, and then it get to cabinet.
Yeah, because I think that is the best. The small one, you can slaughter.
I think Ajia is not the only one raising this concern. Within the celebration, couple of the Muslim friends also made mention that they could have shifted the day to Friday. Then it could be, the holiday could start from Thursday, which was yesterday, and then today as well, into the weekend. And then they'll have enough time for
3
that.
3 days, I doubt they will. But the 2 days argument, I guess where Hajia is coming from. Yes, because I didn't even know that the Imam had to slaughter before you. And now
maybe I should know. We've learned something from Hajia.
Because you go to your mosque, they will slaughter after prayers. They will slaughter before you can go home. You cannot say, oh, I want to do my fast. I want to slaughter my ram around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. No. It is not permitted.
The prayer must come first.
The prayer must come first, yes.
Okay, so that's Hajia's ask this morning for the second day of the Eid holiday to be placed on this Eid al-Adha, not the Eid al-Fitr.
Yes,
and that's Hajia's
that's my candid opinion.
So let's get to the details of the stories today. Xenophobia happening in South Africa. Julius Malema says it's Afrophobia. It's African people who are being taught to fear each other. Remember, 300 precious Ghanaian nationals are back home, visibly relieved after being evacuated from South Africa. And the government says they are going to receive some support to start life all over again. We are hearing a few figures about the amount that each of them will be given, but the big conversation is about them returning home and returning home safely, and happenings around the xenophobic attack, which has not stopped, by the way, even though the Ghanaian nationals arrived a couple of days ago and all these calls are going round. The question is, Julius Malema at least is asking, did Ghana overreact? So he's been making a couple of comments on this situation, and I would want us to watch a couple of videos on what he has had to say because, like I said, it hasn't stopped. Other things are happening, even as recently as yesterday. Some fruits were being pelted at students in a certain school. So let me give my guests the benefit of listening to some of those conversations, and then I'll be back to pick their thoughts on it. So this is South African politician and key voice in the South African politics, Julius Malema, speaking on the xenophobic attacks and Ghana's response to those.
Forgive us. We are sorry. We are ashamed of ourselves. And we sincerely apologize for this madness. We are sorry. Please don't treat all South Africans the same. We are dealing with these criminal elements who want to project us as people who do not love our own brothers and sisters. Forgive us. We come from a traumatized past, and we are struggling in finding ourselves. We are still in the process of soul searching, and will ultimately one day know that we are part of Africa.
Necessary, because it now creates an impression that we are all like that, when it is a certain section of our society that needs to be contained by law enforcement. And one Ghanaian lady was saying, you see, the problem is, and I wouldn't have taken this option. The problem is we're being beaten in front of the police, and the police are not doing anything. That's the problem. And when this opportunity came for me to leave, I left, because if the police can't defend me, it means the state is in agreement with the people who are beating me. So we think it was too quick. We'll still resolve this, and President of Ghana should have given us, some time to really deal with this matter, and we'll get to the bottom of it. We hope they will come back to their senses. We don't have to respond the same way they did. We need to pursue the diplomatic engagements with Ghana until we find one another. We don't think Ghana responded in a manner that really reinforces dialogue and diplomatic engagements. It actually creates a very bad, extreme situation, which is not. It's a selected few, and we are pursuing and persuading government to still act on those few, and we're saying to them, they must give us some time, they must be patient, and those who don't feel safe, especially the legally documented Ghanaians, should be able to run to police stations for safety, and then they will be directed to rightful places where they'll be secured. But, it's an emotional issue.
So, South African opposition figure Julius Malema speaking there. I must say that the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, has also strongly condemned the xenophobic attacks, but it remains to be seen what the South African government is actually doing to handle and bring these xenophobic attacks under control, which perhaps will be communicated, and then we will say them to you. But the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, has condemned the violence publicly. He said the attacks do not represent South Africa and that xenophobia has no place in the country. He is also quoted as saying that opportunities are the people who are perpetrating these attacks are opportunists who are exploiting economic frustrations. And this, of course, you remember, is in concern with migration, immigration, illegal immigration, and for those who believe that that should be addressed lawfully. But the key voice is also that it should be done not through mob action or vigilantism, but through established legal, diplomatic routes and routes, processes that can be exploited. This, we are told, happened in a school just yesterday, Thursday, May 28th, and this is after all the calls have been made, after all the voices have come on board to condemn the act. It appears, at least from what this video is showing at this particular venue, that those sentiments are yet to die down, and some people still feel the need to put others under that kind of stress. We've seen some of what has happened on the ground, demonstrations in some communities, South Africans asking for jobs, asking for opportunities, and some of them thinking that the presence of these other nationals from other African countries are the reasons why that is happening. Of course, you've heard the president, you've also heard the opposition leader on the matter. So I'll come to Hajia first on this. Did Ghana react in a prudent and proactive manner, bringing its nationals home, or were we too quick, like Julius Malema is saying, to bring them home and so further deepening tensions on the diplomatic front?
Thelma, good morning, and good morning to my lovely sister here, and then to our cherished viewers out there, and then Barakah Salah to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Before I even touch on that, there's something that happened in our community that needs to be addressed properly. You know, a day before the Eid, we were at Alisa Hotel talking about guns in wrong hands and how that could be curtailed. And then we were told by one of the participants that even if you go to Awudome Cemetery, every Fridays or Saturday, when they're coming to bury their own, that, oh, this person deserves it, so there's some 21 gun salute, 12, depending on your pockets. And we have security agencies in this country looking aloof for this to be happening. Only for that same day that we're talking about it, this gentleman in Nima who is helping the needy, the poor in society, widows and everything, after donating cows for people to go and celebrate, there was a trigger, and then now he's buried yesterday. So I think our community must watch it. I've been in a kitchen, I've been the muki chicken zangwanimo, mula rike the bindiga, mula dubanka muni macho men, hakakaza, gashiyo den ladi. Mu rashin shi, mai duban marayu, mai duban wannan ba su da shi, bindiga ya halbe shi. Yau gashi shi jiyan ga an jan binde shi. Bindiga an kala rake da shi, in ba training ka ba kai ka kashe mutum kan banza. Don shi don Allah ku bar community mu ne peaceful. I'm studying it in Hausa so that they all understand. Those who don't understand, because it's very, very painful. A young man, very dynamic young man, just lost his life because somebody, after donating cows, and you see him talking, that may Allah take us to the next year, less than 10 minutes, he lost his life because somebody pulled a trigger. I think the security agencies in this country must be up and doing. One way cases is gunpowder that people do, but now live bullets. Why should you put live bullets and shooting indiscriminately at where people are? People are saying it's a mistake, but why do you carry a live bullet? Now,
I hope it's been reported to the police.
Yeah, no, but we don't, we know our community, they'll do that, and they say maybe it's because it's within his own people. So how come that we cannot find the person who shot him that day, till today? Feeling doky till today. If you talk, they'll say, that child there, she will be talking, and then I'll talk.
Shadia is a child.
About this, whether we acted quickly, or maybe I think we even delayed. But let me applaud the government for doing this honor to the country by bringing our people back. Because currently, as we speak, from when this thing started, attacking our own African brothers and sisters in South Africa, Kwame Nkrumah were weeping his grave. Madibu Keita, Haile Selassie, was Secretary, all of them, Julius and Nyerere, who wanted the unity of this continent. But you see, he was saying that they came from a past of something. This is the Gen Zs who are doing that. Hardly do you see elderly people doing what they are doing, so which means they were not educated.
But if we are talking about the 1994, 1995, yeah. It's not in the not too...
That is what I'm saying.
But
that is what I'm saying. But you see, they shouldn't shift their ineptness because they couldn't control their own people. They didn't give them job. Can you tell me any Ghanaian or all those in the plane? Are they working at the South African airport? Are they working in their immigration? Are they working in their police? Are they working in any of their institutions whereby they say they've taken their jobs? You understand my point? You are lazy. You don't want to learn skills.
But Hajia, sometimes people want to learn. So saying
let me you
have to appreciate.
My dear, let me land. If I land, you understand where I'm coming. Lazy in the sense that we, those who are coming from Ghana, Nigeria, have learned skills. Barbering, Thailand, and what have you. We didn't stop the South African from learning it. Are we the people who will come from Ghana or Nigeria to come and teach them? It is incumbent on their government. So it's the failure of their government. It's the failure of the leadership of Ramaphosa. That's why our people are exposed to this danger. And then they are saying they condemn. You can't just come and face the camera you've condemned. What are you doing on the ground? As the opposition leader said that a woman complained that police were standing, and it is true, police were there. And they were brutalizing them. So do you want the government to wait for diplomatic coming in, and our people will be brutalized before we come and take them? If all of Ghanaians wants to, and you know, they're not just crying because we are living, no, because their economy will sink, because we are contributing to their economy. As for me, as I'm sitting here, I'm a peace advocate, but when it comes to this one, the government has even wasted this. We should have all gone off MTN, all of them, because they're South African.
And it's exactly this kind of, you know, conversation that some people are uncomfortable with. And Tourism South Africa,
they shouldn't be comfortable with,
has condemned these anti-migrant violence and has also assured African travelers that the country remains open. They actually issued a statement, and in that statement, they were talking about
cannot solve the problems. Agree from statement cannot solve the problem. The president has spoken, the opposition leader has taken, so they are talking based on their business interests. And the lives of our people is very, very important, paramount to the people of this country. So if we're evacuating our people, we have the right to do that.
Yes, you do.
We have the right to do that.
The country does have the right.
Do this. You see, Ghana, we are too diplomatic. Bibia, Fama Nyami, and they are killing our people.
But we've come a long way.
We've come a long way. They didn't see that.
Diplomacy conversation.
They didn't see that. They didn't see that, Thelma.
But do you admit that this does not represent the entire South African population, and that this may very well be, you know, instances of people
who have
taken their grievances too far.
When they were attacking the people, if I've seen other people
running to their
maybe a rescue, then I'll understand that. Did the government call all Ghanaians, or for that matter Africans who are attacked? We have reserved this stadium or this place. All of you come there until the matter is resolved. Have you heard it? So how can we not conclude that maybe they are happy? You see, the government has failed. And then he has gotten some people who are not well vested with their history of how African countries supported them against the apartheid regime. So they are doing certain things that maybe, I don't know whether it's sort of ignorant or something, but there are some people who are also old enough who were part of the atrocities that were caused against our people. It's not about, you see, it's business. They are talking about their business. They're talking about their business. We are talking about the health and life of our people. Because the South African government has failed completely. Completely. If I'm the foreign minister, Okujoto Ablakwa should have summoned the South African High Commissioner to come and answer to certain questions. Because if it's anything at all, don't you see what happens? America, they will summon the ambassador, come, what is happening? And even at some point, they even say, leave our country. Leave our country. Ghana, somebody will say, yes, what they are doing to us. You see, the problem is that if a South African is, for me, I don't know, apart from them wearing that kind of hat, I won't identify a South African. You understand? I won't identify a South African. Maybe people in Ghana too would have. Look at what is happening to them in Nigeria. This is not what we are praying for as African and people who want the unity of this continent. But the way they've gone about it, in fact, it's not fair. MTN, multi-choice, fine. That's their interest. Because if the company collapses, and then Ghana's economy is helping South African economy. Look at the subscribers. Look at the ShopRite and what have you. Look at them. We are contributing to your economy, and you are saying you don't have jobs. Did you learn how to barb people hair, or hairdressers, or tiling, whereby you say Ghanaians or Africans, other nationals have taken your job? We've not taken your, because we're not working as custom officers, as immigration officers, as police, as soldier, military in South Africa. No.
Okay.
So why are they saying that it's because of us that they are not getting? They should rather fight their government. Why are they not chasing the whites? Why are they not chasing the whites? who have suppressed them, put them in difficult conditions until the whole of Africa rose against that for them to be free. Now you turn back to the people who helped you. Is it not a shame, South Africa? It's a big shame.
Let me hear Gifty on this. So the Foreign Affairs Minister has received some praise among sections of the Ghanaian public for his handling of this situation and other situations where Ghanaians abroad are concerned. So the next question is, after the safe return of these 300, are we expecting another batch to arrive at some point? Because I understand that some 800 people applied to be repatriated. Some have even asked, how much is this costing us? And how are we footing the bill for this? But I want to hear you on this.
Thelma, thank you. And let me say good morning to your cherished viewers. And there is something I want to touch on before. I think the first time I even came on your program, I spoke about that, and I'm still advocating for that, about our roads in Botiano English from constituency, especially the one from the old barrier all through to Botiano, Chokome, to Langba. It's even on the screen. Langba.
On the community side of town.
You see, Langba is the last boundary that's
before Central
region. So that side is a very special place when it comes to Greater Accra. You understand? And for me, somewhere 2012, they named that very stretch Professor Mills Bypass. So that should tell you that it should be something we always see to remember the late presidents for it. So the road shouldn't be in this shape. Somebody may be watching and asking that, isn't it my government which is in power? Yes, the MCE, Honorable Moses Kubio, can say together with the MP are doing very well to put things in place so the road will be in a good shape for us. But we are begging. We hear that the road has been given out to a contractor. Something should be done to fast track that for the contractor to be on road. Because as I tell you, sometimes I come to town and I can't go home again. Because you close at work at 4 p.m., go and queue till 10 p.m. So you can just imagine the frustration from drivers, fishmongers, women, children, and everyone. So we are pleading with government, especially my roads minister, Honorable Kwame Agboja, who is doing so well. In decades, we've never had a road minister like him before. He's doing so well with a big push, and that we understand that that stretch, Old Barrier to Kokolobitil or to Langba, is part of the feeder roads, with about 146 roads that has been awarded to contractors. So something should be done about it for us. The chiefs and people of Botiano are not happy about the situation. So to touch on the issue, Thelma, this I will say, we are condemning the acts that is going on in South Africa. But let me also commend the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. This is where I think majority of Ghanaians who don't love him will start loving him for what he does and who he is. Because gone are the days, because of one or two things he's been doing with Aura, exposing corrupt people, corrupt officials in government. People thought that maybe he is just trying to do all those things for the
People are still waiting for the outcome of Aura.
Oh, yeah. So we are still on it. No. We can go there because Aura is working for the laws of the country. You understand? So we can still go there and discuss that, but that is not the substantive issue on the table today. But what we are saying is that the president has done well, even at a point when we have existed IMF, that we are managing our own little resource in the country, but we've been able.
We are still under supervision.
Yes, supervision you mentioned, that is right. But we've not gone back
I don't want to hear this
to go and take money from anywhere to come and manage ourselves as a country. So the government has done well. You ask that, people are asking where we got the monies from and all those things. When you go to exactly, when you go to Nigeria today, their president is telling them that, okay, we cannot foot the expenses of bringing you back to the country. But if you are ready to come, we will make sure we'll do one or two things, but we are not going to foot it. So this is the time we should laud President John Dramani Mahama and the Foreign Affairs Minister. But with what Julius Malema said, I am picking it from the angle that he is trying to protect the diplomatic relationship we have as a country with South Africa.
Because that's very important.
Yeah.
And when you hear conversations about MultiChoice and MTN and all the South African multinational companies, because they have these companies in other African countries.
Tama, it's very important, but as at this time,
in perspective.
This is not the first time this is happening in South Africa. For us to sit down and listen to whatever he is saying, or we as a country should take that into consideration. No. You understand, this is not the time he has to be saying this. It started some years back.
But not just him, opposition leader, the president himself,
they sat aloof for this thing to happen.
What have you gained? They've asked their fellow South African nationals, what have you gained? How many jobs have you saved by sending or meeting out this kind of, attitude?
I see it to just for the optics, you understand, for the cameras to capture so that it may feel that they are also doing something about it. But I can tell you on records that they are not doing anything about it. This is something that has happened. And the whole president of the Republic of Ghana has seen videos to the extent that his own brother will have to establish one of our Ghanaian brothers in this country when they brought him down. So he wants us to sit aloof to watch this thing continue for how many years? For people's life to perish before we come and say that, oh, this is just for the optics or this is just for diplomatic relationship we are keeping as a country. No. Okay. This is the point where President Mahama should even look further and also look at what we can do as a country for our people coming in. And I'm very happy that when they came, they didn't just leave them like that to go to their various homes, but something later was given to them to start to survive on for the meantime. And at the end of the day, I am saying that, see, South Africans shouldn't think that we are just not people who we can fight for our rights. We know how to fight for our rights as Ghanaians. And we love ourselves as a country. So that should tell them that we are not people that can travel and go and sit idle, like Ajia said. If you want to learn a trade, you can put in an effort to do that, like Ghanaians are doing in the country now. Today, President John Dramani Mahama has brought the National Apprenticeship Program, which the youth are benefiting from. They go and learn something. So when you are done and you cannot even do it in this country, you find a way of traveling to go and do it. So if they equally want to learn a trade and then be like how Ghanaians are hardworking, they can do it. Nobody is stopping them from it. But then again, what I'll add is that no contract that has been signed with any South African government should be renewed at this point. Yes.
Doesn't that harm our, visa-free for all African nationals?
What will happen if we get visa-free and they are killing our people?
Borders and the establishment or the strengthening of
what will happen if we get visas, we get trade ties and all those things and they are killing our people? What will happen? Should we die because we want visa-free? Should we die because of diplomatic relationship we have with the country? It's a no. So there is nothing, contract that is going on between South Africa and Ghana that needs to be renewed at this point. Because Ghana is like people take us for granted and they feel like we cannot retaliate to whatever that is happening in the country. We can do. But because of the way we were brought up, and you know one thing, if South Africans will cast back their mind to history, they will know that Ghana has invested a lot in South Africa. I think the late President Mandela should be crying in his grave by now. You understand? Because this is not the kind of relationship he wished for South Africa and Ghana. So I think Julius Malema, whatever he is saying it for the diplomatic relationship we had. But then again, the president too is interested in the safety of his country people. That is why we are here as a nation. So kudos to the president and the foreign minister for doing this.
Okay, so our guests, we've been talking about the happenings in South Africa, xenophobia, the return of those 300 Ghanaians back home with assistance from the government to start again if they so desire, and comments made by Ghana's decision to return its nationals home made by opposition figure in South Africa, Julius Malema. Hajia has had a say on this. Gifty has done same. And we've been joined by the rep from the National Communications Team for the NPP, Special Aide to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and she has joined us as well, Ellen Ama Deko. Ama, good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Good to have you. And I are where you have tied red on your head.
Oh, I'm wearing red. Today I feel like red.
Okay, when in doubt, wear red.
I'm in the mood for red. I didn't know that my headgear was this big, but
okay,
it suits me, so.
That's so, important. Hajia and Gifty here have talked to us about their perspectives on what is happening, and we've played a couple of inserts on comments made by the opposition South African figure, Mr. Julius Malema, who said that Ghana acted too quickly, and that's by that one act, it paints the picture as if, you know, we do not trust the diplomatic process. We should have given them enough time to make all these things work. And I wonder what your thoughts are, because now, previously we've talked about the government will bring them home. Now they are, at least 300 of them have been brought home.
Good morning to our viewers, and good morning to all of you. And let me apologize for being late. South Africa and its issues. This is the first time they are killing people. In recent memory, if I remember, this is about the 6th time. This has been continuous, persistent, 6 years, continuous. So, what is the name of the man? Julius Malema. Okay. Is he not the firebrand opposition head, opposition figure in South Africa?
Yes.
And he's happy with what his people are doing.
He is not happy. He has actually condemned.
So what is his problem? If he has condemned the act and the government of Ghana have decided that our people are in danger,
sure, and
the people say they want to come, this is nobody forced them to come. Let's not forget that I hear, I may be wrong, that there are over 20,000 Ghanaians living, 15,000 Ghanaians living in South Africa. And 800 of them so far, according to government, have stated that they are not safe. They want to come home. So what was he expecting the government of Ghana to do? Leave them there? That would have been a declaration of duty by the government of Ghana. I am definitely not for the government of Ghana. I am in the opposition. But when it comes to this, we are speaking about Ghanaians. We are speaking about Ghana. And it is our government's duty to get every Ghanaian back home who thinks that I am not safe, and the person has gone through the processes to tell us through our government that, please, I want to come back home. It is the duty of government to bring them home, and government is bringing them home. So what exactly is his problem? He, Julius Malema, what is his problem? Why have you called him in this matter? His people are misbehaving. They have been misbehaving for 6 solid years. Killing Ghanaians. Have you seen some of the stories of our brothers and sisters who came back? There was this man who actually took off his clothing, and I saw his back. There was a story of this woman who said she had decided not to come. But when she was beaten in the presence of police, that was when she decided that enough is enough, I'm going home. Yeah. So my problem this morning is, Julius Malema, what is his problem?
Give diplomacy
Did they give diplomacy a chance? Did they? When you have people who have not worked, your own citizens, going to take over the businesses of Ghanaians and other nationals who have put in toil and sweat and money, you think it's fair? And instead of you talking to your people, instead of you speaking to your people, instead of you speaking to your government to solve the issues with your people, so that they stop envying. This is pure envy. In fact, I'll go look, I'll go your people, your young people do not have jobs.
They don't understand you. Say
well, then that's why I'm repeating it in English. They don't have jobs. They are seriously in need. And they are protesting through the wrong means. And it's not as if this is the first time. They've been doing it. Instead of you finding a solution.
Every time there's a condemnation.
So we should do what? You've been condemning it, and it has not stopped. And the government of Ghana says our people should come home. And you are condemning us for not using diplomatic. In fact, government has done well. If they had lied, they should have left them there.
Oh, I hear a commendation for government.
Of course. I mean, what should they do? What should they do? It is their duty. They have to bring them, and they have brought them. So he should find somewhere and sit with his matter and go and deal with his problems in South Africa and leave the government of Ghana alone. We have just bought 300. There's still how many? 500 or so there that have to be bought. You should find somewhere and stand and let us do what we have to do. You should solve the problem in his country. Find work for the youth. Meanwhile, they should not forget. It was because of this incident that I heard that we have been contributing. Ghana has been contributing to the GDP of South Africa through the Goldfields mine. This week they have been on the Goldfields people. They have been on media spree trying to tell the 30 years is okay. 30 years is okay.
We are not signing any contract.
It's okay. We have enough Ghanaians who can do the job.
Yes.
If we can't do it, we don't have the expertise, we'll give it to any other country but South Africa.
But you see, and it's a slippery slope, isn't it?
What is slippery about it?
It's a path that we have to walk carefully. Because just as we may hold cards when it comes to signing agreements with South Africa, they may also hold cards when it comes to signing some agreements.
Ghanaian companies
because we are talking about AFCFTA. We are talking about the movement of the speed up of the trade space for all of Africa.
Whatever it is will come. We are still talking about it. Are we not talking about it while they are killing Ghanaians? Tell me, one Ghanaian company that is huge to the magnitude of Goldfields, huge to the magnitude of MTN in South Africa.
None.
If there is, they should not want you to pack their things and come home. They should come and create jobs here because the Ghanaians are here. So when you have been mining our gold for 30 years, and you don't tell your citizens. So the 300 people who have come, perhaps we should put them in training for mining. The South Africans, we can take 300 people off and put them in there. It's as simple as that. And I want to ask the South Africans, if they are listening, the 300 Ghanaians who came home, have 300 jobs been created?
Absolutely. and I've heard the opposition leader ask that exact same question in a public engagement, and he asked, these jobs that you claim are being taken over by other nationals, once they leave, are those jobs suddenly available on the market for South African nationals to occupy? So I'm hearing from what all three of you are saying, that we need to approach the open borders conversation from an open hearts conversation as well, because you can't keep the borders open if the people's hearts and their demeanors and their actions are closed.
Currently, as we speak, some of them are saying that they've created their business in South Africa. Maybe big shops, and they've sacked them.
I know.
So now they're taking the shops. So we can also take on the property.
Nigerians went to attack their
This is not wrong.
Wrong and wrong is wrong.
This is not wrong.
An eye for an eye leaves everybody blind.
The local dialect, they will say, we need to go the buga.
Did you see the gentleman who was whipped by the people?
Two wrongs don't make it
I'm
right.
not saying we should whip them. We are not whipping them. No, we won't touch. You know how Ghana we do.
We will deal with
But taking over somebody's business unlawfully, if we are condemning it for South Africans doing it, then it won't be right.
This time it shouldn't be business as usual.
I understand where you are coming from. I understand where you are coming from.
No, wrong is wrong.
But let me tell you, Ghana, Ghanaians, you are giant too much. It seems something we say, even if you are in your house and you don't work, you say, Nyame will not bring the food to your house for you to feed. You have to go and hustle.
All right.
The way they have treated us, I am even expecting our government by this time. You should call all the companies in South Africa. We are not going to renew any contracts. You see, when they hear that, maybe they will be up and doing in their country. Because you cannot sit or stand a security person, policeman, and then a lady is being beaten. You cannot do anything. We are not safe in South Africa. We are not safe in South Africa. Are they going to, can we uproot the business that we have established there to Ghana? We cannot.
Okay.
So ladies, it's like that. The justice that needs to be pursued, we need to pursue it. That's
what is this?
Yeah.
Through the established legal processes. I'm here for that.
Monday was African Union Day. For the first time in Ghana, I didn't hear anything much about it. Did you notice it?
Oh, we had a whole
conversation but then the rest of the nation were not too interested. And usually, last year I remember when it was African Union Day, my boys had to dress in another nation's. This year, nothing.
No, they did.
Some people did it. My
boy like this, he was in Fugu.
My boy's school, they didn't.
And I think ministries did.
I think because some of the children in that school, their parents lived in South Africa.
Okay.
And their parents are part of the people who have come. And so it was such a damper on the spirit of those children, quite a number of them. And going forward, then you think, so what is the use of this whole African Union matter? We've been shouting this for so many years. Then this same week, the president announced the final e-visa matter and the waiver for African nation. That was the same day, the AU day. My little suggestion is that every other African nation, every other national of any other African nation is welcome in Ghana. But for the South Africans, I think we should ban them. Whilst we are still going through this process, whilst we are still trying to get our people out, whilst we are still trying to solve the problem, one of the diplomatic steps we should do is that no South African is welcome in Ghana.
How does that protect the interest of those Ghanaians who choose to remain inside? Because we're talking between 15 to 20,000 Ghanaians inside. Only 800.
They chose to remain there. I'm sure they feel safe.
Okay.
So that is why they said they will not come. Or in whatever circumstances they are in, they are safe. That's fine.
Tell me, what
but we should not still just let it be. We cannot just open a waiver for all African countries.
So
all African countries.
What I don't understand,
we have to make progress.
What I don't understand is there was no any effort by the South African government to save our people.
No, but even a return, an evacuation requires some cooperation from the host country.
Not the cooperation, but at least maybe if there's fire in your neighbor's house, and then maybe you try and rescue else it will affect you.
Okay, I get your point.
We didn't see that.
Let's move on to our next topic.
We'll move on, but let me put this, correct this. The number is 297, not 300. They were supposed to be 300. But three of them got married to South Africans, 3 women. And they are like, the men are not ready for them to take their children back to Ghana. So you see where the issue is. So what do they do about it when the issue started rising?
Okay. That could open a whole new can of worms. Yeah. I want us to, I'm sure there will be an opportunity to revisit this topic. For now, we move on to our second matter for the day. The Gamanche, His Royal Majesty Kentucky Teko Churu, has called for the arrest and prosecution of chiefs who allegedly sell lands which are located in a number of sites. And he mentioned them. If you sell land in waterways, if you sell land in wetland area, a Ramsar site, a green belt, or a flood-prone area, the Gamanche is suggesting that that chief should be arrested and prosecuted. And he made the remarks during a tour of communities affected by flooding after the recent spillage of the Weija Dam, which has caused a lot of destruction down the stream in the pathway of the spill waters. And according to the Gamanche, some traditional authorities are allocating lands that should naturally serve as drainage canals, and people are building in protected ecological zones. Authorities are failing to enforce proper planning laws, and the cycle keeps leading to destruction during the heavy rain season. The Gamanche says nobody should be allowed to build in waterways, and chiefs who sell lands in those areas should be arrested and prosecuted. I'll start with you on this, Ellen. What do you think?
Well, another tiring discussion. We've been having this discussion at least on GTV Breakfast since I started coming here the past 8 years, when you were the old one before you rebranded. You were talking about flooding every year. And because I grew up in Kaswa, that Weija area, I know that space so well. When I was younger, if I remember, when you are from Malam Junction to Tetegu, before you get to the place that is Choice, that area, that whole space used to be a marshland. When you are from Malam Junction heading towards Kaswa, just look on your left. We used to see these flamingo beds birds. Every time, migratory birds. And because at that time we're still in secondary school, I remember Daddy always pointed out some of these birds to us whenever we are using the space. And the Wager Dam was on the left. That's the main Accra Cape Coast Road. And there was this huge buffer. I'm speaking about late 99, early 2000s.
Yeah, sure.
And it was beautiful because you are sure that at every time of the year, you saw different birds. Then gradually, we saw them filling. And I remember my daddy complaining. I remember all of us complaining, filling the buffer area. Look on, when you get to right the bridge that on the dam, and look on your right, your left, and that's my left. Look on your left. That's the Tetegu area. That whole space has been built up. And we all sat down and watched this. In the last 15, 20 years, we have built everywhere in that stretch. And that whole area is supposed to be a marshy land, a wet land that receives the water and then eventually leads it into the sea. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? But with all due respect, sir, I mean the government, your chiefs. Now we should arrest them. How are they going to arrest them? They will come begging. They will come with all the Wulomai and everybody. That is the situation we are in. Every year they are taken out of that area. NADMO is always spending money. Let us finish this. We are in June. We are entering June. July, August, by September, the whole place is dried up. And the people will go back. After one he said, let's go to the people who also buy the land. With all due respect for those who are living there and they went to buy land, is everything okay here? You know, it has been publicized. In fact, in this nation, everybody knows that everywhere around the Wager Dam, that area is a waterlogged area, and you still took your money, and you went to buy land, and you built a house there.
Not a kiosk.
Now, when the water has, you expect the Wager, the management of the management of Ghana Water, that's the management of the Wager Dam, they should allow the dam to break. They will not allow it to break. So if the water overflows, they will open.
Sure.
And you have built in their way. They have been saying it all this time. All of us will behave as if we haven't heard. Then we look at the situation we are living in and we are happy. Then we'll be on government's case. Every day, NADMO, all money. And the sad thing is that it can get to the extent that they can take boats to rescue people. And you are living there. You let us finish this.
Submerged.
By the end
of
the
canoes.
By the boats and canoes, yes. By July ending, August ending, when the sun comes out again and the whole area is dry, they'll go back.
Even now, they haven't moved, have they? And look at our team on the ground interviewing some of the residents there. It didn't sound, and it has never sounded like anyone is moving from those places. So,
Mama, at this point, maybe Neil's suggestion will work, but at this point, I don't know what to do to them because they'll still go and break it down. They'll go and break the houses down. And next year, they'll build it again.
Okay.
A new group of people will go and buy the land.
Okay.
You see, it saddens my heart when we see our own people suffering like this. But some challenges or maybe some difficulties that people are facing, they use their own money to buy it. That is what we are facing. It's not just only the Wager side. Even my own area.
I know.
No, I said, even my area, which is on the hillside. Are you with me? Atomic runabout. When you are going to Atomic Junction, between the police station and where we call Rabbit, there used to be a bridge. You see the water coming down, maybe from a buri down, to come and join the bridge around Dome Pillar 2. But now they've built and blocked the way.
So some people who have legitimately cited their buildings and property are also bearing the brunt. And even in my little village, on the Sapemam side of town, there's someone who has built on the gutter. And so the water is no longer able to go, and everybody, and we've reported it to the municipal assembly. Nothing appears to be done.
You see buildings, they built across the big gutter like this. They put maybe drinking bars, shop, bars. But the assembly are there. They are watching.
The chief said
go and collect
You see, the arrest, then they will arrest the whole of Accra. All the chiefs will not be spared. Because as Amma is saying, you see, there are places that when we were kids, if you come, you are passing, you see, hey, look at the Teshi stretch. We used to live in Teshi Nungwa Estate, Cocoa Street. That was where we were living.
The Kweshi used to look very different.
Absolutely. Now where is it?
The Sakumo River itself,
look at Sakumo.
It's gone. It's extinct almost now.
You see, so now if you sit down, we have the district assemblies, we have the inspectors who are supposed to give permit for people to build. And I think the strategy is that they will start building and they themselves will stop work. So even if you are passing,
you think the authorities, the officials are already aware.
That is
Ghana. They are outsmarting the listen, but that doesn't mean that we should just sit aloof, because government is investing too much in disaster management. Because now NADBO will be there, they will give them blankets, they will give, but the next morning, if it's dry, they will go back again. So I will call on the authorities. Any building that is on the waterway, they should break it. That is leadership. Let's pull everything down. I remember last year when it happened.
Hold your horses, President. The Greater Accra Regional Minister was in the news recently, and she had some thoughts to share on this particular situation, and it was captured in our news. But perhaps because all of you are here, let's see if we can sound up on what the Greater Accra Regional Minister said about this situation.
Especially in low-lying and waterlogged areas in the capital, the silting of storm drains and other drainage systems, demolishing unauthorized structures on waterways and at Ramsey sites are some of the measures. She announced emergency toll-free lines for residents who may need assistance to evacuate their flooded residents. The minister called on all to cooperate and comply with all directives to save lives and property. She also advised all against indiscriminate activities that negatively affect the environment, thereby causing flood.
Flood prevention is not the responsibility of government alone. It requires a collective discipline and active participation from all residents of the region. I therefore wish to strongly urge the public to desist from dumping refuse into drains and waterways, avoid building on water courses, and strictly comply with safety advisories issued by the authorities. Residents living in flood-prone areas are also advised to remain alert and relocate temporarily where necessary during periods of heavy rainfall.
The Regional Coordinating Council called on all persons to report illicit behaviors.
So that was a program where a number of officials were addressing different aspects of the flood situation. The regional minister herself said it's collaborative. The government alone cannot do it. And so if you, like Amma has said, if you stay there and you keep staying there, then...
You see, the issue is that when such a thing happened, then maybe government also look at the other way. They'll say government doesn't even show concern. But when you were buying the land and building, did you tell the government you were going to build on waterways? We all have some small conchon thing in Accra here. But we did due diligence, because I cannot come away from Bolgatanga, where I was born, and come and work in Accra, and get my chonchon pion, and go and buy on a waterway. And then the water will come and clear me. No. It doesn't add up. The Hausa people say, Hankalibe doka. You see, it doesn't add up.
Okay.
Because I will not go and put my building where I know it's risky.
Okay.
But you know, when it is raining, in fact, I can't sleep. Because I wake up and see the people who are down there, the people who don't even have houses and so on and so forth. You see, Ghanaians, the way God has created us is different too. That's how come we have been beaten somewhere where we are.
Okay.
Using diplomatic
right. Toma, at a point in my submission, I would love to speak on, because people need to understand certain things in Greater Accra. Ewo ni omanye ni nono wie ejagbe odugba wa lenche. She afi baba o ne wata shineke ahun ni eba ni nawo. Wo lenche wo jenshin. ablekuma ni wo ke ba kuma wo ye gan ablekuma lololo e kuma ko wo eja ke wo gan mele nche wo fe wo he ake wo tashi ni me ko ma ja me ma na me ba ha wo no ko fi o eke wo shipon ni taflache shipon jiyen ni eji shipon ni sani ashi ko ni sakumu ana egbe ni etuwe ni ake wo ni bla ma afen alo ebu o ma afen ye fen ejofue be mi ni wo da ye botiano mi afo mi ye botiano e wo inu ogan ojogba inu ogan ma gan ojogba no won ge ma wi gan wo ga mele nche ni wo han gbe ni na emefen ba because ke ja ka o ye shipon no le ake ye ni shipon yo jeme sakumo chon jeme ka agbelewe ja da me enyu e spread ahun ke ba jeme te fi o ten ni wo mo gba ke mo ko eje man ne ba ha wo shika fi o ekeke wo he wo ke jeme hale mene wo jin poni buo wo he ye ma mi polenche wo jin e fe jofo ke mi maliye be nye jaji ami ojogba because in liake won ko ye Fana we have an island at Botiano called Fana and then the guys themselves call it Fajiemohe so it's a route you can use Begbese through Dansoma Glefe and get to that island but when you use the Bojo Beach the old barrier route you go through with a canoe to get to the place. Those days, there were some lesser gods over there, which we the Gans, I say we the Gans because I was born and bred in that community, so I call myself a Gan as well. So that gods over there, you don't even fry fish there. You don't set fire and fry fish on that island because it is assumed that when you do that, you are sucking the gods away.
So are they still there?
They all left because they sold the lands where the water was.
Where are they now?
We are told that they are in the Volta region. You understand? We are told the gods are in the Volta region. So you see,
so the gods are
it sends some kind of perception about we the Gans.
The gods have migrated.
So they are not.
You understand? No, that is their belief. You understand? That is the Gan community belief. And it originated with them. So as it stands now, you are selling the land which belongs to the gods. And even where you are not supposed to sell, you are doing it.
Ni says arrest them and prosecute them.
So
if they are arrested, you're saying that the same senior...
Exactly. And what I want to add is that the education is not going down to the localities from the municipal assembly. As we stand here, how many people in the Gan community or where we stay understands that there is a law that you shouldn't go and buy land at ransom sites?
Ramsar sites.
You understand?
My dear, but if water is coming, you don't need permission.
You see, you don't even need permission to know this. And you see,
you need education to know that this water is
before you gather money, you work and gather money, 1 CD, 2 CD, 20 Ghana, so many years of your life, and go and buy land. And then when you are going, you go and buy a waterlogged area. Sabio, like my senior sister said, you see. And then later, when the problems kept coming, then it is government. The question is, how much tax are you even paying to government to come and solve the problem for you? So let's first of all think about where we are buying the lands to solve all this problem. If the place is not good, I beg, regional minister, if I am the regional minister, like people will hate me for this. Because each and every time I'll make sure if where the building is situated is a waterlogged area or waterway, it needs to be broken. And now people are doing it, using it as politics. You go there and they'll say, if it are in a vote to a NDC, and so what? And so what? The AGA, and so what? Should we always sit down for these things to happen? Each and every year, we sit at a round table and discuss flood issues. And still the problem is not being solved. Even if we invest huge monies. So the human behavior,
the original map
you
of
see,
Accra,
the town planning map, the community planning map and all those things. You take all those buildings off so that we have some freedom in this country.
Ladies, thank you so much for the perspectives that you've lent to our conversations. If we had time, we would have gone into the story about the 4 illegal miners who were killed in that Galamsey pit collapse in the Ashanti region at Skumu near Jam & Kwanta in the Amante Central District. They were working on an illegal small-scale mining Galamsey pit when it suddenly collapsed. The 4 were trapped and killed instantly. Rescue teams, including security personnel and others, responded and the bodies were recovered and taken to the Jakobu Government Hospital morgue. Identification and investigation will continue from there. Of course, the Momo reversal situation is also a very topical matter, and the minority has been very vocal about its position on the telco suggestion, at least from the MTN side, that it was going to charge a 0.75% for a transfer from the Momo wallets, from the banks to the Momo wallets. The Bank of Ghana has come out to ask the telco to suspend the charge. The minority said it was a sneaky way for government to introduce the e-levy through the back door, and it would require parliamentary approval, but we were not able to get into those details. But the ladies have done their bit, and I'll say bye-bye and happy weekend to all three of them. Hajia Hamdat Hussein, former acting chairperson of the CPP, Gifty Enam Gbedevi, speaks for the NDC as a national communications team member, and Ellen Amadeko, a special aide to His Excellency, the former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, speaking for the NPP. Ladies, have a very lovely weekend, and I'll see you very, very soon, I'm sure. All right, and that's how we wrap up the headlines on GTV Breakfast. We'll take a break. When we return, the show continues. Stay with us.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. If you are celebrating your birthday today, Maybons, you know, I say Maybons, we rock differently. Maybe you wouldn't agree with me, but that's your business. Anyway, to all of you celebrating your birthday, once again, from all of us here in the studios, we are sending you loads of love. But you know how we do it. We have some lists compiled from your favorite persons to you. So shall we begin? Happy birthday going out to Vida Ariku. Wishing you good health and long life. Stay blessed. And congratulations on the birth of your twins. And this is coming from your family. Vida, enjoy the day. Today is all about you, AC. You are beautiful, incredible, and amazing. And we are lucky to have you in our lives. May this year bring you endless joy and blessings. This is from Lawal, Kobe, and the entire family. Happy birthday to Honorable Kenneth Yeboah. May God bless you with long life, good health, renewed strength, and more success in all you do. You're truly an amazing person, and we are grateful for you. This is coming from Honorable Akisme Sefi Bekwai. Happy birthday going out to you, Abina Seka of Bibiani. Today we celebrate you. May God bless you abundantly and fill your new age with joy, good health, favor, and endless laughter. You light up Bibiani with your presence. May your year be as bright and beautiful as you are. Blessed birthday to Davina Betty, a beautiful baby girl. May God bless your new age with joy, good health, and endless love. From your father, Mr. Isaac, and your mother, Mrs. Felicity. Happy birthday to Kweku Stephen, popularly known as Rapture Empire. Multi-TV and CCTV installation. You connect homes to Crystal Clear Entertainment, and you connect hearts with your good vibes. May God bless you massively. This is coming from your friend Kweku. Happy birthday going out to Julius Kote Nikwe. Goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, from Mrs. Norte of Obonu TV. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday to Esther Abna Donko from Peggy Amma Donko. She wishes you well in all your endeavors. Joy. Happy birthday going out to Mrs. Stella Asari Apia of the Women's Ministry Directorate of the Church of Pentecost headquarters. This is also coming from Peggy Amma Donko. Happy birthday reaching out to Baden. We wish you all the best from your parents, the children, and the entire members of House of DL Fan Club. They're celebrating you today. Happy birthday, Mrs. Gladys Osei. May you be fruitful, and may the good Lord bless you today and always. This is from Baba. Enjoy. Happy birthday to Jemima, formerly of Electoral Commission, Exim. Have a joyous birthday celebration. And this is from MFA. A blessed birthday to you, Queen. You're truly a queen. This is from your mommy, and the entire family. Happy birthday again to Mavis. Enjoy your new chapter in life, from Paul. Happy glorious birthday to my dearest sister, Mrs. Connie. You are blessed and highly favored. This is from Nana Ekuya. Again to Clenham, happy birthday. The Lord bless and keep manifesting in your life. Have a wonderful day, from your brother Fortune. And the last on our list, happy birthday, my love. I thank God for your life. More wins, Mrs. Obeng. Stay blessed, my world, from Mr. Samuel Obeng. Enjoy today. And to all of you again, we wish you well. Enjoy this tune.
Them say hustle low, hustle for the paper. Small boy they hustle, and somebody want to get up. I just feel baby, so how we gon' make up? Only my man say me do, baby, and can you? Yes, I'm opinion idea, opinion idea, baby, and can you? Yes, I'm